Today's patio chat is being brought to you locally by Westridge Furniture in Delphus. See it all at your finer outdoor furniture store.
Time to hear more from our car expert. We've got Tom Grothous in with us today, and we're going to talk about a term and what it means for the car industry. But when you say hacking, it normally doesn't mean a good thing. But you're going to tell us about how you went to a conference and learned more, and how it might not be so bad, maybe in some cases.
It isn't so bad. You've got good hackers, white hat hackers, and black hat hackers, like good cowboys, bad cowboys.
There we go. All right.
So the dark side of the internet and the hackers that are bad, that they hack into your program and hold you up for ransom and that.
Right, yeah.
Those are the bad hackers.
Okay.
The good hackers are the people that say, this program isn't working right, or the car isn't working right, so I'm going to hack into it to see what I can do to fix it. You know the guy that, when we had about the Cherokee, where they could go on the computer and they could drive your Cherokee Jeep, or, hit the brakes or whatever. Mm-hmm. That guy went in and said that they had a problem, Jeep had a problem. Told them, 7 months later, nothing got done. So he went public with it. 3 days later, Jeep came out with a fix. So that's pretty much what, or Microsoft, if you're Microsoft, it could get hacked, the Windows or whatever. Hackers go in and find out that you can get into that. You let the company know, and then consequently the company fixes it. So there are bounties that companies pay these hackers to fix it right, or to let them know that there's a problem.
Okay.
But for cars, for instance, for hacking, when we hit our remote, we're sending out a radio frequency, and you could have a hacker that has a reader for that.
Okay.
And 10 seconds after you hit that remote, that frequency's still out there. And if he's reading that, it's going into his reader, and then he can go over to your car, hit his button, and he can get into your car.
Okay.
So to stop that from happening, when you get out of your car and you're in an area where I don't know what I should do, lock the door manually.
Okay.
When you lock the door manually, there's no signals out there.
Okay.
And the other thing, you can go into your car's computer on yourself for driver, and you can turn off when you hit your remote and it goes beep, beep, or the horn beeps. You can turn that off. That lets people know that you've done that.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
if you turn it off, nobody knows if you locked it that way or not. So that's what people do. We hear about Hyundai and Kia.
Oh, right, yeah, those people, yep.
They are breaking in by opening the door because we didn't lock it. So if we lock our cars, we can prevent our cars from being stolen and breaking the ignition and starting the car and driving off. So most of the cars you can't do that to, but that just happens to be some that we've got 14-year-olds that found that out, and they're doing that.
And they're throwing out videos how to do it and everything like that. I mean, you talk about cars and like, the remotes and stuff, they're so computerized now.
Right.
So at this conference, did they learn more about, it's a good thing, I assume, to have computerized cars, but is it going to turn into a bad thing, or no, or,
Nobody has a name at this conference. It's a hackers conference, so there's nobody, you don't have a name or whatever. I was talking to one of the engineers that works at BMW, but he wouldn't give me his name or anything, and in that situation, he's trying to find out what the hackers are finding out, how they're getting into cars and that's what they do. I mean, they go in there, pay money to get into this convention, and then you got the car hacking, and then you got the computer hacking, and all of these different areas. And I was in the car hacking, and it was very interesting to find out that the car companies are doing a very good job. I want you to know, they're doing a very good job of securing the cars. But there's always somebody out there. When it's a computer, there's always a trace. Remember that. There's always a trace, you bad guys. The digital can always be traced. And consequently, that's what they have to do. When you go to the dark side web, you can buy all this equipment to make a new remote.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
All kind of things.
That is really interesting stuff, Tom. Thanks for sharing today.
Sure.
All right, don't go away. We'll take a look at more, and Noon Edition continues in a moment.